Well, I'm here with the CEO of K9s for Warriors. This is Daniel Bean. Thank you so much for letting me be with you here today.
Thank you. We appreciate First Coast News being with us today.
Yes, I love that we partner with you guys every year for this. And let's just talk a little bit about you, though. Let people understand kind of what you're about. And you've been with K9s for Warriors since inception at 2011.
Yes.
So why have you continued after all of these years?
Well, Sherry Duvall told me I would, and so Sherry told me I would volunteer, and so I did back in 2011. Helped her, with whatever she needed legally to do, and then I just fell in love with the organization. I love veterans. I love dogs. The mission here is to end veteran suicide, and so I'm passionate about that. I get up every day thinking about how can we do it quicker, and there are so many veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder or traumatic brain injury or victims of sexual military trauma. How can we get to them quicker and save them?
Right. And you are a Navy veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
So what does that mean to the community? I mean, you were living it firsthand.
Right. So, I mean, I've served with folks with post-traumatic stress disorder, and when I was younger, I didn't realize it. And so when I was in law school, the Navy sent me to law school in the 90s. I had a friend go off to Iraq and come back, and she was just completely different, and I didn't understand. I didn't know why she did what she did. And, what I know now is that she had post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's very, I was disappointed in myself that I didn't recognize it, and I didn't do what I needed to do to try to help her regain her quality of life.
So how have you personally seen the lives change with these dogs being brought into their lives?
Yeah, I see it every time we have a class on board. The vast majority are very quiet. They're reserved. They can't make eye contact. They are in a different place, right? And that makes them uncomfortable. Their anxiety levels are rising. And so what we do is then pair them with their battle buddy that we have studied the warrior. We understand some of the tendencies and characteristics of the warrior. We've studied the dog, and we try to match the two together. One of the gentlemen we had a couple months back wouldn't make eye contact with me, really wouldn't engage too much on the first day that I spoke to him. Last day, he was in the parking lot dancing with his dog.
Aww. And are you getting a little choked up right now?
Oh, yeah.
I think this is wonderful, the work that you're doing. Sorry, I'm just reaching out in a moment here.
No, it's
important.
Yeah.
It's okay. Take your time.
Their service gave them a terrible syndrome, post-traumatic stress disorder, that they had no idea they were going to get it.
Right.
And now they've been dealing with it, struggling with it themselves for years. And then they come to us and they get the unconditional love of a dog that brings them back, and it changes their quality of life so dramatically. Their spouses come to us and say, "Thank you for giving me my husband back," or "Thank you for giving my spouse back." And that means the world to us, because not only have we helped the warrior, we've helped the warrior's family. And there's that collateral consequence that a lot of people don't think about. Mm-hmm. But it's so gratifying to watch the warrior re-engage with their family. They become reclusive, and then they come to us. They get the unconditional love of the dog. The dog, I think, provides the confidence with the warrior to trust the human again, and it just regains their quality of life.
What you guys are doing is just amazing work, and I thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
So how can we join in the fight, the community?
20 veterans are going to take their life today, right? And so that number should be 0.
Yeah.
And so what can we do about it? And so we have found that the service dog helps prevent suicide. We know this works, and so to be able to reach more veterans faster is what we're trying to do. So obviously, the donations are very helpful to us. So every dollar that we get, we can help another warrior, and so it's incredibly invaluable. And so the monthly sustainer program that we offer, I've been doing that for 6 to 7 years myself. It's $20 a month. In addition, though, the volunteers. We have over 300 volunteers here in Florida. We're getting to that number in San Antonio. And you can obviously take care of the dogs for us. You can be a puppy raiser. You can be a foster parent that helps us socialize the dog. You can bring meals. The meals they eat here, usually they leave here with the service dog and about 10 to 15 extra pounds. And there's so much else you can do. You can help us write thank you notes to our donors.
Wow.
But that's how that you can volunteer here. But also just the monthly sustainer program for us is really key and a point of emphasis for us.
Well, I'm glad we're talking about it because there are so many things that I didn't even realize that we could help with. But before we go, Do you have one memorable story you'd like to share with us?
Well, the one that I think defines us is Selena. She went in and out of mental facilities. Her husband started to divorce her. She couldn't have contact with her kids unless she paid for it, to have state officials observe it. She tried to commit suicide multiple times, and then she found us. And she got ZB. She's now, her marriage is back together.
Really?
She's back together with her kids.
Amazing.
She has her associate's degree. She's working on her undergraduate degree. She, to me, her story should never have happened. But we have the ability, and we brought it back for her. We did what anyone should do for her, right? And so to me, Selena is emblematic of so many of our hundreds of warriors that their lives were destroyed by post-traumatic stress disorder. The service dog helps them to regain their quality of life. And to me, that's why I get up every morning, to do what I do.
You're changing lives, and it is a huge deal, not only to their family members, but for themselves, and so I just think that it's amazing. So thank you so much for sharing that with me today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate First Coast News, appreciate the viewers, appreciate what they've done for us in the past years and what they're doing for us now. So
It's a
thank
great
you.
partnership, and we're honored to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Of course.